There's no evolutionary upside to a predator feeling bad about feeding itself or its group. A guilty hunter is a hunter that hesitates, and hesitation gets you starved, not thriving. Now, you might be thinking about dogs here, because if any animal looks guilty after doing something wrong, it's a dog with its head down and ears back after getting into the trash. This has actually been tested directly. Psychologist Alexandra Horowitz ran an experiment where she told owners their dogs had eaten a forbidden treat, regardless of whether the dog actually had. The dogs that got scolded showed the guilty look just as much whether they were innocent or guilty. What looked like guilt was actually something else entirely. It was a fear response to the owner's tone and body language. The dog wasn't processing what it did wrong. It was reacting to what was about to happen to it. That same logic applies, maybe even more so, to a wolf standing over a dead fawn or a fox after raiding a nest. There's no owner to read disapproval from, no social consequence waiting, just an animal that succeeded at the one task its entire body evolved to do. There's actually a deeper reason to doubt guilt is happening at all, and it comes down to brain structure rather than behavior. In humans, guilt is strongly tied to activity in the anterior cingulate cortex and the prefrontal cortex, the regions responsible for weighing our actions against social rules and imagining how others are affected by what we do. These are some of the most metabolically expensive, slowest developing parts of the human brain. They're part of why human children don't show real guilt responses until around age 2 or 3, well after they're capable of fear or anger. Now compare that to a wolf or a lion. Predator brains are heavily weighted toward the regions that handle spatial tracking, motor coordination, and threat detection, the tools you need to chase down a meal, not the tools you need to reflect on having caught one. Their prefrontal cortex, relative to brain size, is dramatically smaller than what you see in primates or elephants. The hardware for self-reflective emotion simply takes up less real estate. This is actually consistent with what we see in chimpanzees.